Hello there, and welcome to Dr. T for today, November the 29th. We are starting off with, as usual, the first stage that you can start off with. But this time, it's a rocket launcher, man. Just flare onto the rocket launcher and shock it, and then kill it, and then kill the HQ. We're moving on. Stage 2. Pretty darn close. Land on the right-hand side and just let your tanks follow the buildings around for free. They're going to attack things. You're going to get free kills. It'll be great. Tons of GBE. Hooray! And, like, flamethrowers and machine guns ain't going to do squat. Like, alright, well, maybe you might get a scratch or two. You'll have to repaint. Maybe, do, like, the whole woman riding a bomb thing. Oh wait, no, that was planes, right? Woman riding a tank thing. Actually, that reminds me of Tank Girl. Oh, there's a fantastic movie I haven't seen in like 100 years. I might have to watch that again. Those crazy kangaroos. Anyways, stage 3. Go left. Yeah, there's a bunch of stuff on the right. I guess technically you could go right, but I don't see the point. Do watch out, though, for the boom mines, especially if you're slightly lower level, because the boom mines could do bad things to you. And surprisingly, those sniper towers are not shooting at my cannons, so I'm going to take it. I'm just going to go with it and drop a bunch of critters to speed things up. Actually, the first couple of letters. That's right, the letters, they were good. Yeah. Levels, stages, whatever you want to call them. The first couple were really quick and easy today, I found. Normally I have to go through because I'm running tanks all around and there's this big convoluted craziness, and no, not this time. No, I didn't even have to use 300% speed increase to get, like, stage 1 in there in less than, like, an hour and a half. So, cool. Stage 4, as always, wicked crazy difficulty increase. I kind of let them clear out all of those free buildings in the very front just to build up a bunch of the GBE so that you can throw down shocks or barrages or artilleries or whatever craziness you happen to feel like throwing out today. You can do that because, well, you've killed a whole bunch of spare buildings. Plus, you don't have to worry about them coming out and shooting you in the butt. Actually, I saw that in a movie once. Deadpool. Another good... Anyways, right up the Hershey Highway. So, stage 4, go around the right-hand side. Eventually, you're going to end up right next to the HQ. You're going to be able to shoot at it. If you don't have a ton of tanks, you can actually park them right up where I parked my tanks here. And there's, like, a rocket launcher that can shoot at you. If you've got more tanks than that, you might have to, save a shock or two so you could hit that little cluster. The good news is, like, all 5 of those defensive buildings can be shocked with one shock. And if you just throw a bunch of medkits, it makes it look like your tanks didn't get hurt at all, and you can feel super badass about yourself. Oh, a little too much insight there. It's okay. Moving on, left-hand side. Obviously, if you have a full complement, you're going to have to smoke the whole beach, because over on the south end of that beach are some really, really nasty things that will cause all kinds of pain to your tanks, and, well, we don't want that. The ladies work hard enough as is. They don't need to do it with broken tracks. So, make sure also you take out your boom mines if you're rolling with the Grank Medic. Just saying, you don't even have to worry about that, because the mines will be cleared. Nudge, nudge, wink, wink. I'm still in love with the Grank Medic, I'm not gonna lie. Maybe one day it'll actually move me all the way away from tanks, but in the meantime, I just, like, it's so crazy, it's fun, I don't know. By the way, be careful with your shock right up there as you're getting close to the HQ, because One shock can actually take out both sniper towers and the cannon, like on the corner. It's a right angle triangle. You aim for the middle, it works great. Everybody lives happily ever after. And then make sure your tanks stay far enough away that they don't drift into range of the boom cannon in the south, because, well, we left it there. That's all the junk in the south I was talking about with the cannons and the sniper towers and the rocket launchers and the mortars and the... I think there's a cracked out... Anyways, crazy person in the Sith. Beware. So, stage 6, I decided to go right. I know the left looks so tempting, but the way I see it, I can pretty much avoid a shock launcher and a boom cannon if I go to the right, so I decided to kind of go that route. Even though, yes, there are 2 boom cannons and a shock launcher. Now, here's the crazy thing. If you go left, you got to take those 3 out anyways. However, if you go right, you can totally skip the 2 things. So, like, it really does work out really well. One shock can take out all kinds of sniper towers and cannons. Make sure you use those shocks, because, honestly, there isn't a lot of call for them later on in this attack. Like, very quickly... Once you pop those boom cannons and shock launchers near the HQ, it gets really, really easy. Like, there is not much left to challenge you as you roll through the north end of this map. To the point where I actually just sort of let the tanks roam free. I set them loose on the wide plains of the archipelago and allowed them to roam freely wherever they would, spreading their seed all willy-nilly. And by seed, I mean, you know, missile... Well, what did tanks use? I guess they're ballistic missiles. Well, are they missiles? Are they considered missiles? Like, they're shells. I know in movies they're always like, oh, I need more shells for the tank. But, I don't know. I'm gonna go with missile, because it sounds freaking cool. And if tanks don't shoot missiles, they should get them. Because what's more scary than a tank? A tank with missiles. And the dog is passed out. Fantastic. Anyways, moving on to stage number 7. Very exciting stuff. Wham, wham, wham. Here we go. Stage 7. So, first, take out the boom cannon. Pew pew. I did kind of go dead center on that barrage, and I kind of feel like I wish I had drifted it over a little to the left, because as you can see, there's just this crack of health. But if the barrage did more damage to those machine guns, I think they would have gone down. And I would have had to have used the same amount of GBE just to take out the boom cannon, but I would have gotten an extra 6 back, which would have, you know, really helped with how much energy I have and whatnot. Not that I, like, super needed that extra 6 energy, but, man, like, I know people out there, some people do need it, and, you know, sometimes you want that extra little bit. Now, once you've taken out the shock launcher and the boom cannon, the beach is relatively safe. And I say relatively safe because there is still the cannon up in the north and all kinds of crazy things. And the shock cluster. I'm just going to call it the shock cluster over on the right-hand side with all the shock launchers. And, like, they're all, I'm pretty sure that they were all level 4, which is, like, 20,000 hit points each. And I was just like, nah, not today, brah. So, once you get your tanks down into the end, obviously start throwing the shocks. You can hit all 3 shock launchers with the shocks, so you can shock 3 shocks with your shock. Shocking. I don't know. Oh man, now that reminds me of the mask. Shocking. Nope. And so, once you've gone around the right-hand side, I kind of, once again, I let the tanks loose on the prairies just to gather up a little bit of extra GBE. Be careful once you start getting close to that cannon, because if that cannon lands a punch, it hurts. So, like, I just kind of threw the smoke down and was like, whatever, I've got plenty, I don't have to worry about it. And then let your tanks move along the top end Make sure to keep them really tight against the top end, because the sniper towers and the cannons and the craziness and the things are all there. Oh my gosh. Now, I kind of went straight to the HQ because I was like, I don't care, why not? Sure, it'll be fun. However, I end up actually losing a tank due to my arrogance, my indiscretion, I don't know what you'd want to call it. But I lost a tank, and I didn't have to. So maybe take out the cannons and the sniper towers, and it'll help you out with your attack. Anyways, guys, thanks for watching. Hopefully this has been helpful. Hopefully it's been entertaining. And most importantly, hopefully you guys have a fantastic day.